What's up, everybody? This review, we're taking a look at the Hot Toys 40th anniversary Boba Fett. So this is MMS 574. Um, I wanted a Boba Fett for my Hot Toys collection. You know, I'm still growing that 1/6. I'm not going to go too crazy. I think I have which ones in my mind figured out that I'll get and then I'm done. But I wanted a really good Boba for my collection, and that was tough because there's a bunch of quite a few of them. So maybe like 5 versions, 6 versions, maybe more than that. I don't even know. But I was doing all kinds of research trying to find the perfect one for me, and then I think I found it, and this is it. So mine is the MMS 574. Just because it comes with extra parts, so you can get a second look out of it. But yeah, I was like, I think this is gonna be the one for me. So we got it here in the packaging and all the way around. Nothing really going on, but you got this little shot there. It does have that 40th Empire um, logo there. And then this part is actually a slip cover, so you take that off and you can see the window there. So you've got Boba standing there. You got the alternate version Boba Fett armor. You got this crazy looking cardboard. It's not like any other Hot Toys that I've opened so far. Got a little bio on the side. Which I wish he was a little more hardcore. You know, it talks about him being the most feared bounty hunter. I wish he was a little hardcore in the show. You can see more of like what made him like that, you know. But yeah, you got this cool sticker there on top. You can see different head sculpts there. Just a different packaging all the way around. More like a figure packaging than Hot Toys. But yeah, let's get him out of there and check him out. All right, so we got you slide the little trays outside of the packaging, and you get one big tray with two different, or I guess two trays, but they're back to back, and you get this one here that has the body. You get the alternate head sculpt. You get the different weapons, different hands, and then behind it is the jetpacks, two different jetpacks, and then you have this here on this side is a tray that has the base, more sets of gloves, different colors though, to go with the alternate gear. So then we've got different like pouches, capes, that sort of thing. So we'll get him out now and take a look how he is. And probably the first tray, I think the first tray might be more to him. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. We'll see what's in there. All right, so here we got Boba outside of the packaging, and he looks pretty awesome. I do like Boba Fett as a character. Um, I always thought he was really awesome looking, you know, and then reading some of the comics and that sort of thing. I do like his story of some of the, you know, the bounties that he goes on, that sort of thing. But really cool design. Just really liked him and Vader. Um, they are like the probably two Hot Toys that I definitely wanted to have in this scale. So you get him out, and he's got a different look on him. He's got these little like eyes there, and more of like a prototype look to him is what this came out as. Now I did get this off of somebody in one of the Facebook groups, so um, I'm not sure if this is exactly how he came out of the packaging or if this is how he came off of their shelf. Um, I'm just happy to have him, but I don't know if I will keep him like this. Because this is more of like the prototype look, I believe. I really feel like I think he actually wore this in Empire, like maybe when they're all lined up or something like that. I don't remember that. I feel like it. I feel like he did. Like maybe he was there, but I can't 100% say that. So I'm used to seeing him more like um, without those little like eyes and stuff like that. So you know, I'll get him changed out as we go through this and make it look a little bit more like I'm used to seeing him or how I'll have him displayed. So Yeah, I'll toss him to the side just a little bit. So that first tray, he actually comes with the extra head sculpt in there, which is the head sculpt that I'm used to. So we've got this awesome head sculpt here. You can see that wear on there, the dent, all of that, the paint chipping. So cool. Really, really nice. All that detail in there, the sculpting, but the paint work is just absolutely amazing. Got your rangefinder that does articulate. And man, that's just like super iconic. Looks so good. Really cool. He came with both sets of jetpacks. I feel like this is the one that I'm going to use on him, but I think this is, I want to say he's seen with both of these. But you can see all the detail, the wear in there. Did he have this one in return? Maybe. Looks really good though. You can see the missiles up top, the wear on this one in different spots. Just the different colors that they had, the same styles. Really nice. He came with a tray with his hands, but these are hands that they're not like the prototype looking hands. So different color than what we just saw on him. So he's got a pair of fists. He's got a pair of these slightly open hands. Probably just sit underneath the rifle. Then he's got this little like C-clamp sort of hand. And then he came with another tray full of some weapons. So I'll pop that open. We'll take a look at those. All right, so I might leave these guys in the tray like this because you can see them all pretty good. We've got that pretty cool blaster that he has. It's kind of like a brown with some silver like wear and that sort of thing. Looks really good though. Then you got this little orange blaster there. You got this blue one here. You got the different form gauntlets, which I'll probably end up using these. Different shoulder pad with his Mandalorian crest. With that, what, mythosaur. So, looks pretty cool. And you got these little slots here that have different tools, knives, everything like that. But it's already on the figure. He had them down here. So they're already sit in the shin and stuff like that. So we've got the different tools. Little knives. And just those little things. It's kind of already stashed in there. And that is everything for that first top tray. For our second tray, we've got this little display base here. Looks okay. And you got this little plaque that will sit right there. Got the name. Got this little crotch stand. Probably not gonna mess with it, honestly. I don't see myself really using it. Any of them, really. You've got that going on. You've got a couple of hands. So you've got a trigger finger hand in the blue gloves. You've got some more of those brownish gloves there. C-clamp hand. Another one. Just a little more closed. Then we've got this one a little more open. Get this hand here. And I don't think that's the one that goes on in here. Yeah, he's got the other hands on there. So these will go into the probably other tray, or on the figure rather. So trigger finger hand in that blue, green. We get a couple of fists and a more open palm. And then we get a couple of different capes here. So 2 different styles. Not sure where these go. I think around the crotch area, maybe? Can't remember where those go. And then some different looking pouches. And these are the ones that I was saying I don't really remember where they go, but I'll figure that out. But I'll try to get them close to the not prototype look. And that's it for that tray. And that's pretty much for everything that it comes with. So I will start messing around in there. Oh, you also get this a really big instruction sheet. It's got quite a bit of different things on there. Range finder, pistol going into the holster, the tools, how the jetpack attaches, popping on different heads, the shoulder pad, just swapping it out, switching out gauntlets. Let's see, the belt with the different pouches, different capes where you're attaching it. There, those little other pieces that I wasn't sure about were they go around the ankle. Right there. More about the jetpack. That other pistol. Base, display stand. And that's pretty much it. So, yeah, other than that, it's pretty much just like making the look that you want. Which I'm going to do. Well, actually, let's look at the figure the way it is now. So looking at Boba, he looks amazing. I mean, this figure looks really, really good. I have Black Series 6-inch figures are like my scale. I avoided Hot Toys for everything just because they were like really expensive, and then the scale. But Black Series just wasn't giving me exactly what I wanted. I mean, I got some really cool figures and everything like that through Black Series, but I did not go hardcore into those at all. I just felt like something was missing. I got my first Hot Toys Mighty Captain Rex, and it's just led me on this pretty cool path of Hot Toys. But again, I do have an idea of all the characters that I do want, and Boba is one of them. But this isn't my first Boba. I actually have the newer Boba from the show that I already did a review on, and I wanted this classic look for him. So of course, I did all the research, and this is the one I settled on. But yeah, he looks pretty cool. We saw earlier that he had the other helmet, but it had all those the dent. This one doesn't have a dent. This one's got the little eyes on there. It looks really cool. It does have some wear on it. Rangefinder. So pretty cool. There's a ball joint in there for the helmet, the head, the neck. Here you got the chest armor. You can see the Wookiee braids. The readings on his chest. Nice silver, nice green, dented. Really cool. Got this emblem here. Here's the back. Jetpack attaches there. Got our holster, our pleather belt, that other wrist gauntlet. And it looks really nice. The detail that they got on these figures is just amazing. So this, I had to get me a couple of them. I love the clones, so I'm going to go in that direction. I'm not going to go hardcore, but I think an Anakin, Vader, a couple of 501st, a Boba, and almost that's pretty much about it, you know. But I had to get this guy. I mean, I love the Black Series one. I think they got it done pretty good, but when you upscale like this, you have so much more room to work on details and everything like that. And this guy just looks amazing. Having these Hot Toys fills a certain, I don't know, a certain void, I guess. Like, man, it's like everything that you want in like a 6-inch form that you wish you could get. But it looks great. Really awesome. So that is how this one is set up. That's what he looks like. So for articulation, this guy, his head moves down, moves back, rolls around on this ball, but also get a joint at the base of the neck, so that's helping to look down pretty good, look up pretty nice. Tilt side to side, roll it around. Butterfly joint in there. T-pose goes up to about right there, so not quite a T. Upper bicep cut, double jointed elbows, bends really nice. Then you got the peg with the hinge on it, rotation. Chest wise, I don't really feel a diaphragm. There could be one in there, but there's a bodysuit under there, so it's hard to tell. But I get instant movement out of the waist, so ball waist is limited a little bit by the clothing. It's kind of stopping it. Leg goes forward only about that far. I wish you could go further. You can kind of push it. Goes back slightly past neutral. Double jointed knees. You can get a ball at the boot for ankle movement. And that is pretty much it for his articulation. Kind of hindered by the clothing, bodysuit underneath. Wish there was a way to get better motion. I'm going to see if I can keep kind of messing with it as we go, because I'm going to want to get him in something of a more dynamic pose, I guess. See what this thing can do. All right, so here's Boba the way that I believe is the alternate look. So we've got the rifle in his hand, the pistol, his blaster. Kept the gauntlets. We got the head sculpt. We got the little cape here, and then we've got the jetpack. Got the little pistol in the holster. I believe this is his alternate look, if I'm not mistaken. I could be missing something, but I believe that's it. And it looks really good. It looks really nice. I do like it a lot. But I think I'm still going to go for that other look, which I'll get it on there. And that's pretty much going to be the look that I keep on there on display. All right, so here's Boba Fett. How I know him, how I'm going to leave him displayed on my shelf. Man, it took forever to change him over from that last look. Maybe like 20, 30 minutes. There's so many different things. Just switching out the forearms and the cape. The cape is crazy because it's only in here with this little like a peg. It just goes down into the armor. but there's not enough resistance there, so it just keeps falling out. I've heard things about the jetpack, being really hard to put on. I wasn't having too hard of a time, and there's a little magnet in there also you could feel pulling, but when I was trying to get some of this other stuff on, it started to fall off, and then that became annoying. And then I got these little pouches in there. I swapped those out. Not like the other ones that actually loop around, so you just slide these up, and um, it just seems like, man, is that right? But other than that, I mean, I think it's an awesome looking figure. You can see the cape there. The bottom of my hand hit the cape, and that was enough to push that out there. And then all you do is just pop it right back in like that. So I don't know. I might put a dab of glue or something like that. Not to keep it permanent, but to make it a little thicker in there so I can have some kind of resistance. But yeah, I mean, he looks awesome. It looks great. As soon as I put that helmet on, I was like, wow, that's him. That is the look that I am looking for. Really, really cool. And I want to do more with this guy, but I just, kind of afraid everything's going to start falling apart. And that's kind of a bad feeling to have. But I do want to see what else he could do. Like, that's so crazy. I'm gonna have to do something about that. I really just want to mess around with him and kind of see what he's capable of, I guess. Kind of wish there was like a jetpack thing. Effects, flame effects. You can't take a knee. Oh, yeah. We are there. So many straps and stuff like that. You get a little worried. Don't want to like snap anything, tear anything. But I do want it to hold up to some abuse. That's cool that he can, hit that pose. Can we get it up? Yeah, I think you can get some pretty decent movement out of him. About as far out as you get with the kicks. Nothing super amazing, but not bad. I'm pretty sure I can get some nicer stuff in there. So as you can tell, the cape came off again. So yeah, gotta figure that out. So first comparison, we've got this Boba Fett next to my first Hot Toys ever for me, and my Captain Rex, and he makes Captain Rex look pretty small, look like little skinny. Kind of wish Rex was just a little bit bigger. but they still look really cool together. Rex might be just slightly taller, but that Boba looks like a more like a person. But they do look awesome. For the next comparison, we've got our Boba Fett Classic versus the new one. And man, both different styles, different looks, but both of them look really awesome. They look really great. Both of them have the size that feel like, there's somebody in there. But you can see kind of how far they've come as far as design and everything like that. I really like this Boba. And this Boba is the one that comes with the throne. So similar helmet styles, similar jetpack. Of course, different paint on the new one, updated. Blaster. So really awesome, and that's kind of what I wanted. I wanted to kind of have both of them to show the evolution of him. I don't really need him as with the like Tusken Raider gear or nothing like that. Kind of want this Boba to go with my Vader that I'll eventually get, and or maybe just flying behind the throne, something like that. Maybe a scene scenario like that. But yeah, both look really cool. Really nice designs on both of them, and I think just having them like that is just really awesome. It's cool to see that evolution. Really cool. All right, so that's going to be it for this review. Overall, I really like the figure. I think the sculpt looks amazing. I think the level of details in there is really awesome. I really love that. It helps it stand out. It's something that I wish we could get in like a 6-inch form, and but having this larger figure, it makes it a little bit easier. The soft goods on it are really awesome. I just like the detail in this thing. It's so good. It does have its little things though. That cape falling out like that is pretty annoying. Again, I might try to put some glue or something in that little hole so that it gives it a little bit of friction so it doesn't pop out as much. And then the jetpack isn't the best. I heard about the jetpacks before because I was doing all kinds of research trying to figure out which boba I wanted. Um, and it's not super terrible, but when the cape falls out and then you try to put the cape on or something else, and then the jetpack falls off, and then you got to put the jetpack on, and then the cape falls off again. It's like, I guess, a little annoying with the little things, those things just constantly happening. But I don't know that the cape is an issue for everybody, but it is for this one. And I can only speak on my experience, which y'all saw. I barely tapped the cape and it would pop out. Um, I do love that this thing has the alternate accessories for a different look. I love options. I think that's really cool. And again, that look is really cool. I love the character, and I think they nailed it. I think fans of Star Wars that really want a really detailed looking figure would love this and appreciate it. I could see cosplayers maybe picking this up if they wanted something to really look at all the finer details, because I think they got so much in this that could probably help them out with their costume. So like a reference thing, I think that's pretty cool. But standing there, I think it's going to be awesome on the shelf. I think it's going to be awesome. I might have him flying with behind my Boba on throne. I might have him with Vader. A couple different options. I got to get a Vader. I have some on the way, I believe, or like pre-ordered, but finally found one of those that I wanted. So I'm pretty well into my Hot Toys collection. Like I'm moving pretty good, but also towards the end. It's not something that I intended to really stay deep on, but the Black Series figures are cool, but they don't have. I wish they had a little bit more detail into them. And then when I got my Hot Toys, it just offered so much for me that I was like, I think this is the way for me to go as far as Star Wars for now. I'll still grab a couple of Black Series here and there, but I think I needed my key ones in Hot Toys form for sure, because this thing is just awesome, and I think most of them give me that detail and quality that I do want. But again, it does have its little quirks and things. I don't know that they're all like that, but you guys got to see it in this video. So hopefully I showed you enough to help you out deciding whether this one is for you. Do your research. There's a whole bunch of them. I don't even know, maybe 6, 7. I have no idea how many Bobas there are, honestly. I think there's a couple that come with extra parts like this one has, but you got to look at the numbers and just do your research on this one. Again, this one is let me make sure. I don't want to tell you wrong or anything like that. I believe it's the MMS 574. Yes, MMS 574. So that is this version of Boba with alternate accessories. Yeah, that's going to be it for this review. And hopefully I helped you out. But I'll catch y'all in the next one. Later.